So number 7 says events A and B are mutually exclusive. So if I were thinking about my Venn diagrams that we did that one week, it means that the A and the B circles are not going to be touching each other. They don't overlap. Compute the probability that A occurs but B does not. So if A is going to occur, I'm having the probability of A. But B is not going to occur. If B is not going to occur, then I would have everything outside of B. But since this is A occurs and B does not occur, it really is just where those two things overlap each other. Well, where these two things overlap each other is just in this A section here, right? So, if I'm computing the probability of A and not B, that's how I would write that. It means all I have to really do is compute the probability of A. Because if it's not B, then it's going to be A. Well, the probability of A tells us that it's 0.04. I don't have to do much math there. The next one is one that has an OR. Compute the probability that either A occurs without B or B occurs without A. So again, if A is going to occur without B, or B is going to occur without A, then in this case, that's like this top one, only the probability of A, and this one would end up being only the probability of B. Since that's an OR, we're going to add those two probabilities together. So the probability of A was 0.04, excuse me. The probability of B is 0.94. If I add those two probabilities together, I get 0.98 then. Number 8, events A and B are mutually exclusive again. Suppose that A occurs with a probability of 33%, B has a probability of 10%. Compute the probability that B occurs or A does not occur or both. So, when it has or, you're doing them separately. So we're finding the probability that B occurs and then the probability of A not occurring. Make my circles. So probability of B occurring would just be B. The probability that A does not occur or both would be all of this stuff over here. Since this one is an OR instead of an AND, like on that previous one, OR means you're doing the bigger section. So in other words, I'm doing everything but the A. If I'm going to do everything but the A, I'm going to do 1 minus the A then. 1 minus the probability of A. The probability of A is 0.33. So 1 minus 0.33 would give me 0.67 for my probability that B occurs or A does not occur. If it would have been AND, then it would have been a different thing. But since it's an OR, I use all of it. If it would have been an AND, I would have used B only. On the next one, we want to compute the probability that neither A nor B occurs. Well, if neither A nor B occurs, I want everything on the outside of the A and the B, right? So in this case, I can take 1 minus the A plus the B. So 1 minus the 0.33 plus 0.1. Something like that. 1 minus 4.3 must give us 0.57. So neither A nor B means everything but A or B. So I do 1 minus A plus B. Gives me the stuff that are not in A and B. So number 9. Again, my two events are mutually exclusive. My A and my B. Compute the probability that A does not occur or B does not occur. So if A is not going to occur, you're going to have everything but the A circle, right? If B does not occur, you're going to have everything but the B circle. Since this is an OR, anything that got shaded is part of my answer. What did I shade? The whole thing. So my answer is going to be 1, which is 100%, right? The whole thing got shaded in either case. If A does not occur or B does not occur, I've got the whole thing. The next one, compute the probability that either A occurs without B occurring or A and B both occur. Now, I'm going to go to the second part of this. A and B both occurring. That can never happen because A and B don't overlap. There's no middle section where those two overlap since they're mutually exclusive. So the probability of this happening is none. So really I'm just going to compute that first one. I'm going to compute the probability that A occurs without B occurring. So this is where we started with when I had A and not B. I just computed the probability of the A, right? Probability of A happening is 0.03. So again, those ones will probably take you some practice to figure out where I'm at and is it and or, what do I include. If you haven't done the Venn diagram things, you probably want to do those first.